Well, hello there everyone, it's your boy Adam here. Finally back with another pickups video of records, this time vinyl. Something else I ordered was supposed to come in the mail. It hasn't come yet. I've given up waiting, so I'm just going to do one of these right now. And if the other one comes in, I might do a video on it. I might not. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to start off with the first record here. This here is Elton John's Rock of the Westies. This one was originally made in... where's the date? 1975. Oh boy. My mom was only a couple years old when this one was released. Oop. Okay, so there we go. We got the cardboard cover. This is the cover for the record itself. It's cardboard, not paper. Most of these are paper, as you know. Okay, try and get this out nicely. Hey, here we go. The record itself is in very, very good condition for a record of this age. I gave it a quick dust over with a microfiber cloth just to make sure it was clean, you know, no real like marks or dust on it. And there wasn't. This thing is, I don't think this thing's been played very often. There's pretty much zero scratches on it, zero surface marks whatsoever. Fantastic condition for this one. So let's just carefully move this over there. And then another Elton John record, as you see, Elton John's Breaking Hearts. This record originally came out in 1984. This is actually one of my personal favorite albums. I'm quite a fan of this song, Slow Down Georgie, She's Poison, Breaking Hearts, Ain't What It Used to Be, Passengers, Sad Song, Say So Much. Some fantastic music from Elton John that actually doesn't get a lot of attention. The only song off this album was actually released was Sad Songs, Say So Much, which is a shame because this album is actually a fantastic Elton John album from beginning to end. So here we go. Again, this one was actually very good condition as well. A couple surface marks on one of the outer edges of side B. This is side 1, side A. But apart from that, nothing too major at all. This record is in fantastic condition. Plays fantastic, sounds great. But yeah, this one doesn't come with a liner sheet, whereas Rock of the Westies did come with a liner sheet, but I couldn't pull that out because I just couldn't be bothered. I'm lazy. It's hot, I'm lazy. An English artist that I am a fan of, thanks to my grandfather, thank you Grandpa, Chris Rea, Dancing with Strangers, and this album was released in 1987. Now this comes with, and I can grab these out because these both come pretty easy, the liners sheet that has album information on other Chris Rea albums, as you can see here. If you ever find these, pick them up. They are good albums, and it's blank on this side. Dope. Not that it matters. And here we have the actual little sleeve for the record. This is really strange. This is like a very thin paper, but on the inside, as you can see, it's got like this anti-static and anti-dust plastic right here. You can see it kind of separate. So yeah, this is a really good and sturdy bag. I quite like this. Okay, so this is side A. This record, when I bought it, I don't think it's actually, to be fair, ever been used. I got an LED torch, and I looked at all the grooves as close as I could. There were absolutely no marks, no signs of this thing ever being played, until, of course, I stupidly put my own needle on it and played it. How stupid can you get? But unfortunately, for me, this is one of Chris Rea's best albums. There was a remaster done on CD a couple years ago, but unfortunately, the remastered CD is hard to find. And I've had such a hard time finding it on CD. So I came across this in the thrift store where I bought most of these actually, and I was just like, oh well, to hell with it. I gotta have that. You know, I knew I just had to have it, so I bought it. So there's that one. Next one is a personal favorite of mine, an album that was made the year before I was born. Rod Stewart, Vagabond Hearts. This is, if I'm being completely honest, my favorite Rod Stewart album of all time. All time. I mean that, all time. This has got some absolute classic songs on here. Rhythm of My Heart, Rebel Heart, Motown Song, When a Man's in Love, Downtown Train, It Takes Two. There's some absolutely fantastic songs on this record. And this record, can't believe that actually stood up on its own. Wow. Ha. Doesn't happen every day. This record is in fantastic condition. Now, unfortunately, Also, you need to be pretty careful with this one because this is one of those Warner Brothers records that it is particularly thin. Thinner than most records of the late 80s to the early 90s. It actually has a really good wobble to it, which is, you have to be kind of delicate with it. But, no, this is in fantastic condition. There's a few minor marks. I'm not sure you can see it in this light. Maybe not. But a few minor marks on side 1 and side 2. Nothing too bad, though. It doesn't cause the record to skip or stop or jump or anything like that. So I'm not complaining. Especially when you buy older records from a thrift store, you kind of have to expect that they're not going to be in fantastic condition. Okay, move these out a little bit. For all of you ladies out there who liked this guy during the 80s, get ready to scream and throw your panties at him. This is Rick Springfield, Living in Oz. This is one of, I'm not even sure how many albums Rick Springfield did, but I listened to this album a couple times because I had the CD, but it got damaged to the point where it was unusable. I listened to this album quite a bit. This is probably one of my favorite albums of his, and when I saw this in the thrift store for cheap, I was like, why not? No reason. Unfortunately, when I bought it, it had some slight repair there. I think this tape is starting to fall apart because you can see this tape is starting to yellow. So it's not sticking very well. I'm going to have to do that again. A little bit of a tear at the bottom, too. I can fix that easily enough with sellotape. It's easily done. The record itself, again, stood up quite well, is in okay condition. It is not, by any chance, the best used record I have ever bought. It is in okay. There are a few minor marks. Nothing too extravagant. There's a bit of a lint there. Can't believe I got on there. But it plays really well, and it looks pretty damn good, because this is, again, another thin record, but this one's got a bit more flop to it, but it also feels a bit more rigid. Like, it won't bend a certain amount. Like, you'll fall it drop on one side, then it will just stop. So it's got a bit of rigidity to it, which is good. Now, the only record I bought that I did not buy from a thrift store or charity store, for all you English indie rock fans out there, I present to you The Killers. Barnstown. Picture disc. This is probably, so far, my favorite purchase out of all of them. I'm a Killers fan, I admit it. I like the Killers. I heard their stuff before the song that was featured on Guitar Hero 3. All you noobs. Trying to get this out is going to be difficult because it's static plastic. Come on out. There we go. So as you can see, I'm trying to handle that carefully. This is side A, woman, Miss World, not sure who she is, and a goat. On the other side, pick this up carefully, is a goat. Hello there, Mr. Goat. The little booklet inside of here is technically a three-way poster with lyrics. I think it's got lyrics, actually, I'm not sure. I don't think it does, I can't remember. No, it doesn't, no. I had to remember that for a sec. No, it doesn't. But, yeah, this was actually a cheap purchase. This, and converting it from pounds to dollars in my head, was basically about 12 bucks. This was 12 bucks. $9.99 Great British pounds. Fucking steal, if I might say so. And I have played it a little bit, only a little. From what research I've done, this Killers picture disc is actually very easy to find within the UK. There are hundreds upon thousands of copies just floating around. So if you're thinking, oh, you should never play a picture disc, oh, you're right. To an extent, you should never, ever play a picture disc. If they're as mass-produced as this, it doesn't really matter, because if I wreck it, I can buy another one incredibly easily. Like, I walk into my local music store, like, have you got Killers Farmtown on vinyl? We're like, yeah, here it is. I'm done. Simple. But apart from that, that's all of the pickups I have for... That's actually just all pickups in general, actually. So yeah, this is Adam, signing off until next time.